Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. It all made sense at the time for the narcissist involved in your life. It all made sense for them. You know, the chaos they put you through, the torment, the pain, the total unrealistic approach that they had towards you. You see, if someone wants to sever ties, someone wants to cut away from you, you know, genuine people don't act like this. Genuine people will tell you the reasons that they don't want to be around you anymore. Perhaps they may actually just choose to ignore you or phase things out generally with you, right? But the narcissist that was involved in your life made it a complete, chaotic, drama-fueled ending, you know? And it all made sense to them at the time. Like I said, it all made sense to them because they were garnering supply from this occurrence at the time. But with supply, it burns out. It's not a renewable energy source. You see? Especially when someone's discarded, reverse discarded, or even if they become so toxic that you cut them off, you know, you're going your separate ways from that point onwards, you know? So the only supply they can get is if they know that you're hurt, stuck, betrayed, broken, right? And they may have you in that space for a while, you know? Different periods of time for different people. But realistically, as time progresses on, the narcissist that was involved in your life realizes whoever they are, whoever this narcissist involved in your life was to you, whether they were a romantic partner, friend, family member, colleague, or associate, whoever they were to you, they realize as the supply starts to fade away, you know, and the infatuation that they got off causing such devastation to your life, they soon realize that it didn't need to be done in that manner, you know. The way they handled things wasn't correct. They're aware of that. They're not. As stupid as they are, as much as they're parasites, they're aware when they made a bad move. And they know cutting ties with you was a bad move, you know? Or walking away from you if you were the one that cut them off. They know it's a bad move. Now they know it's a bad move, you know? The narcissist now knows things didn't have to end in the way they did, you see? How it usually occurs with narcissists involved in your life is so devastating. The ending of the relationship is so devastating that usually it's irreconcilable, if I've said the word correctly. You know, usually it's beyond repair. The way they leave things, you know, the words they've said, the devaluation they've done, usually it's beyond repair, you know. And this is part of the reason why they realized they could have handled it in a better way. You know, they are aware of this. As time proceeds on, as they integrate into other groups or other groups of flying monkeys or other groups of friends, or they find a new romantic partner, or they hang out with other colleagues at work, or whatever it is that is occurring, they integrate into these new groups, into these new scenarios. And they realize they haven't got the chosen one and the empath by their side, the one that used to make them shine brightly, the one that used to brighten up their image. They realize, you know, that they didn't need to put you through what they put you through. Now, with that being said, does that make them come back and tell you that? Sometimes it does. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they will come back and tell you that they made a mistake, that they shouldn't have done it. But usually, mainly, with narcissists involved in your life, they have a more stubborn nature. And they don't want to let you know that, you know? They don't want to let you know that they could have handled it better. Because that will damage their image, you see? That will damage their image. They don't want to let you know that they could have possibly handled that situation better. And also, they want you to be under the impression that everything they said was true. So those hurtful, derogatory slurs that they made towards you, the devaluation they put you through, the pain they put you through, they want that stuck to you, you see. But if you can overcome this hurt, overcome this pain, get on the healing journey, you know, realize they're full of shit, to be quite frank. Sorry for my language, but they are. They're just phonies and fakes. So if you can get over the pain that they put you through, and it's not an easy task to get over the pain they put you through. It may take some time. It takes longer for different people. It will take different amounts of periods of time. But collectively as empaths, you're all heading in the same direction towards eventually healing. But they know. They didn't need to do what they done. You see. A lot of the reasons is because they have such... I've mentioned this in other videos about how the chosen one, the empath, inflates the narcissist in sense of self so great beyond any measure. They get inflated by being around the chosen one and the empath treating them in the way that they do, kind, loving, caring, empathetic. It inflates their ego, it inflates their sense of self. So at the time of a discard, reverse discard, or becoming so toxic that you cut them off, they've got such an inflated sense of self by that point that they believe fundamentally that you're going to be stuck forever. But it actually reverses on them. It flips around on them. And they're the one that becomes stuck forever. You see? They're the one that becomes stuck. Wherever they go, wherever they turn, they don't find the chosen one, the empath, no longer. The chosen one, the empath, is such a bright light in the world of the darkness of the narcissist. Is a beacon of hope for them. Literally made them shine brighter. You made them appear greater than they actually were or are. You made them appear that way. You did. Just by you being around their presence, you made them appear better than they actually are. You know? So, you know, narcissists, people think that narcissists that are involved in their life are sure of themselves. They're not sure of themselves, you know? They make these stupid decisions to cut you off or to become so toxic towards you that you cut them off. Reverse discarding you, whatever. They become so self-absorbed and really think that everything revolves around them. Delusional is to put it the best way. They become very delusional, but they're not sure of themselves. So they make these decisions off a whim. You know, they make these decisions very rashly. And, you know, they face the repercussions of their actions. They do. Day in and day out. They face the repercussions of their actions. You know? Look, like the term hoovering wouldn't exist if it didn't happen. You see? The term hoovering wouldn't exist. It wouldn't be known throughout the narcissistic community about narcissist hoovering. This is the proof in the pudding that, some people say narcissists hoover when they think that they've got a chance of being able to hoover and that can be true in some cases, but ultimately the hoovering shows that they regret. The hoovering shows that they want to try and hoover you back into their life, whether you're healed yet or not. Ultimately they want to try and hoover you back into their life. So this shows that they're not sure of themselves. They're not sure of themselves. So everything that they've done or said, don't take it seriously. Don't take them seriously. Take them as a joke. Take them as a phony. Yes, they may be very important to you for a period of your life. They may have been someone that was very important to you. Someone who you spent a long time with. Someone could have been a childhood friend. It could have been a family member. It could have been a romantic partner that you spent a long period of time with. It could have been a colleague or an associate that you spent a long period of time with at work. Whatever the case is with you, right? These people are not sure of themselves, right? So where they're at now, when you're still remembering what they said during the last days, or the way they made you feel, or the way they betrayed you, or the way they hurt you, you're still staying in that mind state. You need to lose that. You need to lose that immediately. It's not going to be immediate because it's going to take some inner work, some inner soul searching. But you honestly need to lose that because their mind wanders off, Their mind goes to a completely different place, further down the line. They're not sure of their decisions, right? And this is what eats them up. This is what really eats them up because their life is filled with bad decision making. They haven't got a good sense of judgment. They don't have discernment like you have now. You may have had very little discernment during when you was involved with this narcissist in your life. You may have had very little discernment. But now your discernment's at an all-time high because you've experienced the parasite. You've been around the toxic individuals. You can see them now, right? That's what's enhanced. That's what's grown. But they're not good at making choices. Their sense of judgment is off. They're not sure of themselves when they make these choices and these actions. But they go with it. They go with it and destroy their lives. Look, all of these narcissists that are involved in your life are eventually, if not already, when they were involved with you, they were already going through a collapse, or they're going to go through a collapse further down the line. That's the way it is, right? And a collapse involves them engaging in risky behavior, perhaps drug abuse. Now, drug abuse is no laughing matter because it can affect even chosen ones or empaths, or alcohol. But they'll engage in this risky behavior and eventually burn out. They're going to destroy themselves. This is the narcissistic collapse. Now, some of what happened to you if you look into the narcissistic collapse, you may realize that that's why you went through what you went through with them. You may realize that you went through what you went through because they were actually going through a collapse. Or you may realize that they're now going through a collapse after they were with you, But you should definitely look into the narcissistic collapse. It was a subscriber that mentioned it to me. Just realize the narcissist now knows things didn't have to end the way they did. And they're not sure of themselves. Trust, they're not sure of themselves. So if you'd like to know more about reactive abuse, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.